Behind the scenes, Raider Nation. The draft is coming, and a possible trade could shake up the future of the team's most important position. Eyes bomb. After a lot of instability last season, the Raiders bet big on Geno Smith to bring leadership and experience to the offense. But now, with the arrival of a new regime and many young quarterbacks on the radar, Aiden Unnell's name may have its days numbered in Las Vegas. Come with me to understand why the former starter could be involved in a trade and what this means for the Raiders' future at quarterback. Last season for the Raiders was marked by instability and frustration at the quarterback position. Aiden Unnell, chosen in the fourth round of the 2023 draft, had his opportunities and even showed flashes of potential. However, over 2 years as a starter in 17 games, it became clear that he is not the ideal name to lead the franchise in the long term. With that, the board decided to act this off-season. New general manager John Spytek moved quickly to bring in two-time Pro Bowl selection, Geno Smith. Smith brings stability game reading and experience that the Raiders were looking for. However, the move also signals that the team is ready to turn the page, and O'Connell may end up out of the plans. According to Victor of The Athletic, the quarterback could be involved in a trade during draft weekend. The idea of the new regime is clear. Bring in a young quarterback to learn from Geno Smith and eventually take over the role. The list of names that the Raiders have already met with is extensive and full of talent. Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, Will Howard, Jalen Milroe, and Quinn Ewers. All are seen as more dynamic options with a higher ceiling than O'Connell, which makes his place on the roster even tighter. O'Connell has 2 years left on his contract and could potentially yield a mid- or late-round pick in a trade. For a team looking to rejuvenate and restructure its core, making room for a rising prospect makes more sense than keeping a player who has already shown his limitations. If an opportunity presents itself during the draft, the Raiders should seize it and pursue the future of the franchise at quarterback, with Geno Smith at the helm, a young player being groomed behind the scenes, and the possibility of turning O'Connell into draft capital. The Raiders can finally build a solid foundation at the position. The rebuild is underway, and it starts right through the quarterback room.